Hola mis amores, hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is for those of you entrepreneurs out there looking into what you can expect in your career, in your business, and even advice for this upcoming season. Returning subscribers, you already know what to do. The timestamps are provided below this video. But for those of you that are new to my channel, hi, I'm Velvet Cat, a fashion illustrator and instructor in Los Angeles, sharing my knowledge and inspiration with videos consisting of topics around art, entrepreneurship, and with my newfound passion for tarot. Now also pick a card collective readings like this one to provide you with some answers for any questions you might be experiencing in your life. Advice messages from the angels that are watching over us, motivation to follow your dreams, and all around empower you in love, career, health, mind, and soul. If you're also completely new to tarot, or perhaps you might have even heard of it before, I'd first like to start by saying that it is not what you think it is. In my 1-year journey of doing tarot, after a lifetime of being a skeptic, I've come to learn that tarot is simply just a tool by which those of us that choose to use our innate spiritual gifts can do so to confirm your own intuition that you already have, that gut feeling about things in your life and your choices. You already have that in you, and we can confirm that for you. Or to guide lost souls towards their own unique happiness with divine guidance. And by divine, personally, for me it is God, angels, and spirit guides. But for you, it could be completely different because my channel is all-inclusive, free of judgment, and welcoming to all that want to join me in this ripple effect of spreading love and happiness, no matter how tough it is. Each new generation is breaking through destructive cycles with knowledge and action to bring us all closer together. And there are many ways in which we can participate. For me, one of those ways is through tarot. So what is a tarot pick a card video? Well, after this intro, I'll be showing you some options to choose from intuitively with what you're feeling, so that then you can scroll down the video to either the description or pinned comment for the timestamps of each of those options. And that way you just quickly click on the option you picked and it'll fast forward the video to your respective message, so that then you're able to hear a message that is most meant for you to hear. Since this is a general reading divided into just a small group of options for all possible viewers and all possible stories, not everything will resonate. But if it doesn't feel like you at all within the very first minute, let's say you're just not vibing with the messages, then perhaps you picked the wrong pile. You can go back and pick a different one. Also, sometimes the angels and guides that I ask for answers don't always want to provide everything because they want you to trust in your own life choices and in your divine protector, whichever that may be, based on your belief system and spirituality. So, you ready to pick a pile? These are your options to choose from for your autumn season in your entrepreneurship journey. We have here pile 1 with the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck, pile 2 with the Modern Witch Tarot deck, pile 3 with the Cat Tarot deck, and pile 4 with the Mystic Mondays Tarot deck. Take a moment to breathe in and breathe out. And once you have decided, then you can fast forward the video to your respective message for the pile that you picked. Hey there, group 1. This reading is for you if you chose the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck. And now we're going to be looking into what you can expect in your entrepreneurship journey this autumn season, whether that means that you have your own business, your own shop, online perhaps, or even if you're like an influencer, self-employed, freelancer in some type of way. We'll also get some clarification, some advice for you, and because I love doing this, I'm going to see what message we have for you from the book, How to Master the Art of Selling. Perhaps some advice that could help you. All right, so let's get started. So for the beginning of your autumn season, we have here the Ace of Pentacles clarified by, and also it's reversed. So it's clarified by the Three of Wands and the Five of Pentacles reversed. And what I get from these is that perhaps there's an opportunity that falls through, and this could be I was going to say disheartening for you, but what I actually feel from this is that instead of feeling a bit down, feeling left out in the cold, you make the best out of this. You're like, I did not just lose this opportunity. Okay, whatever, they don't want me, then I'm going to go elsewhere. I'm going to start my own path, and I'm going to do things my way. I kind of feel like this fallout or loss of something, or like if you leave your job or perhaps get fired from a job you didn't even like, now you are shifting your energy towards one of self-empowerment. Like instead of relying on others to dictate the way that you live, and instead of having your life on the grasp of another company that you're not even passionate about, you're taking on a whole new energy here. And look at her. She's going up the ladder fast. She's ready for it. She knows what she wants. Perhaps you've been working on something or planning something, but just haven't actually launched it or haven't fully given your priorities to this something else. So now that this opportunity falls through, or now that this job gets out of your way, you're ready to go on a roll because you see potential in what you really want. So towards the middle of autumn, we have here the cards, the World, clarified by Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups reversed. So what these tell me are that towards the middle of autumn, you could be going out to like events or joining clubs or communities where you can get the right network, the right connections, the right resources. You're becoming a little bit more versatile with your knowledge, your skills, educating yourself to level up. Some of you could even be taking a trip or moving towards a place you've been wanting to, all so that you can finally leave what wasn't fulfilling for you, because your dreams are changing. You're realizing what you truly want. And it looks like for your dreams to come true and for what you've been working on, for you to be able to work on it even more so that it's completed, you might actually be canceling certain events or not attending certain events or celebrations, like reorganizing your calendar. And not only your calendar, but perhaps even your home. See how here she is moving this wreath around, and then right here, this guy has like all of the watermelons that he's been growing, kind of like if you've been working on sample products or creating content or going out shopping for like fabrics or decor for your videos. There's a lot of excitement going on here. Excitement from the crafting, the testing, and the learning. And then towards the end of autumn season, we have the cards here. Strength with Nine of Pentacles reversed. And this Nine of Pentacles is the same one right here. But now it's reversed, so it has a different energy. And along with these two cards, we have the Sun reversed and Three of Cups. So this is what your cards look like. Perhaps you could actually even be receiving your own interpretations by looking at the images here. And so what this means is that perhaps towards the middle of autumn, you do splurge a little too far. Like that could be why the Nine of Pentacles is reversed and why you have the Strength card here. Like, let's say you had a limited amount of funds and then towards the end of autumn, you're realizing how you're running out of those funds. That's where this is coming into play here, that now you have to hold back. Now you have to be a little bit more conservative before you do end up overdoing yourself, like to where you just completely run out of your funds and then have to ask others for help. So while you're watching this video, now is the perfect time to calculate all of these expenses. Rather than going excited and creating all of these things, spend some time really analyzing, really calculating your costs, and perhaps even finding ways that you can save money. Not just going with the first supplier, for example, and only getting what is really needed. Like if you are redecorating your space, for example, for your YouTube videos, then how can you save money with that? How can you be really smart about the way that you decorate? Because, I mean, in time, you can definitely change up your layout. It doesn't have to be the perfect vision from the start, from this very moment. You can add elements into your background over time. It could also be bringing your attention over to what other things you're spending on and how you can save money there to invest it into your future with your dream career, your dream business. See, this is what I get from the sun being reversed. Like, what isn't bringing you joy? What isn't helpful for your future? What memberships are you pointlessly subscribed to that perhaps you forgot about? And another message that I got here from this Nine of Pentacles and Strengths is that by the end of autumn season, there could be something that kind of pulls you back from being able to really give it your all into your business. This is for some of you that, like, maybe there's a responsibility that comes up or some family matter, something that really takes a toll on your finances. And that's why perhaps by the end of autumn, you might need to put a little bit of a hold on your entrepreneurship journey. But it's temporary. You can always get back up. And the final message with the Three of Cups being here, 3 representing also celebrations or friendships. Like if you were reprioritizing here in the middle of autumn, but then towards the end of autumn, more events and celebrations come up. I get the feeling here that some of these people that are inviting you to these events might not have the greatest intentions because of how this is right next to the sun being reversed. Like you kind of feel forced to go to these events and celebrations. Whether that's because you are so excited about your entrepreneurship journey, and now anything outside of it, because of workaholism, could feel like a burden. Be very mindful not to be like that. You want a balance of both family and work. So it could be that, or how I said, some of them might not have the greatest intentions. Maybe they're influencing you in a way to overspend, like they could only be your friends because they see how much potential you have. They're not true friends, so they're just kind of using you for your connections. Or you think they're your friends and because they could be living the life that you want. There's a feeling here of like being around the wrong crowd, more for vanity and materialism rather than actual enjoyment and similarities in goals. Like maybe this is the warning here for some of you that are overdoing yourself in the wrong crowds, then that's where your money could get drained instead of going into your future. So the advice would be to not spend what you don't have yet. Now for your advice, we have the cards here, Regeneration Reversed and Desert Passage, which says, trust that there is a divine plan. And with these, the messages that I get are that whatever happens in your journey, do not give up. It looks like you've got a long journey ahead, so be ready for that. All the obstacles that come our way are part of being an entrepreneur. And how you handle these obstacles is what defines whether you move forward and you've passed each level, towards your success, or you'll remain stuck in the same repetitive cycles if you're not learning from these obstacles. If you're not adapting where needed and researching, seeking answers whenever there is stagnancy in your entrepreneurship journey, or trusting your own intuition. Like if there are people around you influencing you negatively, trying to confuse you and make you doubt yourself. Plus, this is your own path. Do not do it the same way that everyone else is doing it. That's what causes oversaturation. Like when there are people trying something new, oftentimes they will quit before even starting because they think to themselves, well, this market is already oversaturated. But that's only because they're thinking of doing the exact same thing. So in a market, there is plenty of room for everyone's unique voices and ideas. You don't need to be the next Kardashian or the next Graham or the next Chanel. You want to be the next you or the only you, the first you. All right, so now let's see from this book what advice would suit you well right now for the upcoming autumn season. So we got here the part that says the JLG is far more agile. It can go into smaller spaces and get the work done, okay? And it's got a smaller turning radius. Yeah, that's a factor. We've got some narrow squeezes at the end of aisles. Multiple uses and maintenance is my next yes point. For maintaining your facility, how many uses do you have for that lift? The 80-foot boom if you wanted it, the 20-foot, the JLG has outstanding versatility, don't you agree? All right, put it down. Local servicing is available. Yeah, that's true. We were looking at the tax benefits. Okay, if you decide to build the warehouse, etc., etc. And this person seems to be talking about all the features of what they're trying to sell here. And then the answer from the prospect they're trying to sell to is, well, okay, number one, this is not planned in our current budget. And what about our present equipment? I'd want to do something with it because I know how the guys in the plant are. So I'd have to get rid of it, sell it, or trade it in. And then the person trying to sell realizes that both this prospect's points are really money issues. So what I'm getting from this is that perhaps you could be focusing on the features of what you're selling, your services or product. And if you look up at advice, entrepreneurship advice online for marketing, it is very often saying that the features are not what matter. What matter are what the client gets from your product or service. What are the benefits? Not like features like, oh, so it's bigger than this and it has this much speed and it has all of these colors. Those are features. The benefits would be something like it will speed up your workflow, or with the versatility in colors, you can gift to all of your friends. Or if you are referring to size, then instead of the inches, you would say something like it fits in your purse, or it looks great on your wall. This is something to keep in mind when you're doing marketing and selling. So I hope it was beneficial to you. And that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, comment down below that you picked this pile and what you're excited or not excited about hearing. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe since I'm still a YouTuber and every engagement counts to expose my channel to others that need a little encouragement in their lives. And I hope you turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my videos every time I post. Thank you for watching. Hey there, group 2. This reading is for you if you chose the Modern Witch Tarot deck. And now we're going to be looking into what you can expect in your entrepreneurship journey this autumn season. Whether that means that you have your own store or your own online business, or if you're an influencer, YouTuber, artist, freelancer. And today we'll get you those details along with some advice and a final message from the How to Master the Art of Selling book. All right, so let's see what we have for you. All right, so you got here for your beginning of autumn, 10 of Swords clarified by the Ace of Pentacles and Judgment reversed. This is what the cards look like. And what this tells me is that you are getting out of a tough cycle. Really great news. Because the 10 of Swords, as you can see, she's very stuck here in this image. She's stuck with all of these swords, stabbing her in the back. She could possibly be sick or just tired, or there's everything hitting on all angles, keeping her from moving forward in her entrepreneurship journey. But now it is reversed. So it is showing me that that cycle is ending. The stagnancy, the stress. And here, as you can see, you have a new opportunity. We have the Ace of Pentacles, an opportunity coming in that you've been waiting for. That's what I get here from how the Judgment card is reversed. But it's coming in an unexpected way, because with the Judgment being reversed, it's also showing kind of like something you might not be seeing. And so, yeah, you've been waiting for this. For example, if you've been applying to loans, but that wasn't what you needed to do for your entrepreneurship journey, you actually needed to ask your family and friends or run a fundraiser. And that ends up being the great opportunity where you find a connection that invests in you. Or let's say that you were seeking out clients online, like through Instagram, but you were looking in the wrong communities. And now you find that when you stray from that community, you check out a new community, there's a connection. There's an opportunity that comes in. It could even be an unexpected source of income, an unexpected client. So as you're working on this, now you are aligned with your path. See, that's what I get here from the Two of Wands being in the middle of your autumn season. Perhaps you've been wondering, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right steps, striving for the right goals? Well, with this unexpected opportunity, now you are aligned. Either this will answer your question that you are aligned, you were just a little bit stuck temporarily learning some things, or you are completely redirected here. But for most of you, I do sense that it answers you that you are doing the right thing, that you are in the right path. And you start seeing things a little clearer, finally. Perhaps the communication that had been stagnant is now back on a roll, because as you can see here, look at these cards. Here, she's on her phone. Here, she's on her phone too. But in this one, she seems bothered, how I was saying, like stuck here with all of these swords. And now she seems excited, alive. And then this moves forward. She's on a motorcycle, ready for that journey. So towards the middle of autumn, you'll be getting a lot of calls, contacting a lot of people. That's also why the Ace of Swords is here. Swords being the element of communication. And look at how these ropes are tied everywhere. Everything is interconnected. This could even be reflecting online connections, online community, forming stronger, gaining the recognition from your clients and their referrals. With the Six of Pentacles being reversed, I get that perhaps you were the type of person in your past where you were always giving to others. Like how here she seems very helpful. She's giving money to the bugs. I mean, the bugs don't need money, or maybe it's food, I don't know. But it's a card of helping others. And so perhaps before you were needing a lot of help, giving a lot of help. But now, since you're the one that needs it, you're the one receiving it. And not only do you see your entrepreneurship journey clearer, but perhaps you're also seeing your future in a general sense clearer. Like wanting to plan a trip or a move somewhere. Now it's in your grasp. Now it's no longer a dream. So because of how I said, the Eight of Wands, this is the card of speed and movement towards the end of autumn. This will be happening for you. You'll be going from place to place, doing this and that, talking to all these people. And we do have here the cards to clarify the Eight of Wands, Queen of Wands, and a Four of Wands. Beautiful cards. See, the Queen, this is you. You are on fire. You are passionate about what you're doing. And you're really inspiring everyone with how confident you're feeling, unafraid of any obstacles coming your way. The Queen of Wands is also someone that can enjoy the fruit of their labor. And not only that, but enjoys life, which is clarified here with this Four of Wands. Since this card can reflect family values, it can reflect celebrations, being around those that you love, and doing what you love. Perhaps some of you, if you're events planners, now whatever events have been canceled, they're continuing forward. Or that plan that you had, that dream that felt so far away of moving and traveling is now possible by the end of October. You actually do it earlier than expected. If you're not an event planner, maybe for your business or service, you do plan events. So the fact that this card is here is reflecting how important these events are, how impactful they will be. And lastly, for some of you, I know this is a career reading, but it's very obvious here. It's very in your face how in love this couple looks. So I get a sense here that some of you that have been single and wanting love, you could be meeting them during this autumn season. Like whether you meet them completely new at one of those events or while networking or something, or taking a trip by the end of autumn. Or if you've been in contact but maybe you haven't met yet and now you get that chance. Another reason this card could be here for those of you that were single and now meet your person is that you two are meant to meet for a bigger purpose. There's something you two are meant to create together. So for your advice, we have the cards here, Grounding, which says go deep, explore your roots, and the card Exchanging Gifts. This one is reflecting the attention you'll be receiving from your clients and perhaps how you'll be really adored by your fan base because of how much you give to your fan base, to your clients. You're someone that really gives it your all. You don't just sell stuff. You don't just provide a simple service. You're really meticulous with the details of what you provide. And that's what makes you a standout entrepreneur. Plus, this card also gives me the vibe of being someone charismatic, someone that likes to dress up, or at least present their business in such a visually pleasing manner. And in advice here, I get that something you could try out for your business or service business is to offer something for free, like how this is talking about gifts. Offer a giveaway, offer freebies, send out exclusive gifts to your VIPs. Maybe add this as part of your business. Kind of like how when we're often online shopping, they start collecting points. Maybe that's something you can add into your business as well, so that as clients shop from you, they're gaining points, and then with a certain amount of points, they get some discounts. Maybe you could also add something into your business for clients' birthdays. And with the Grounding card, this seems to be very important for you as self-development, not just in career, not just in your entrepreneurship journey and your business. See how it says to go deep and explore your roots, and how she's here relaxing by a tree, by a lake, reading a book. Then this seems to be a message for you to be more present so that you're more aware over everything that's happening and be able to handle all the action without overwhelm. The way to be present and aware is through meditation or through doing things that bring you joy, like reading a book or going to the park. It also includes going to nature, going near water or taking nice baths, having self-care. It's very important that you prioritize those moments amidst all of this action that's going to happen. So now let's look in the book here. What message of advice could suit you in your entrepreneurship journey? Right here. And now let's see a page, or not a page, a sentence or something. Okay. Oh, okay. So I actually underlined this part. It says here, the people who could afford the best when the previous model of your product came out can still afford the best. In fact, very often they can't afford anything but the best. So with that, I feel like it's a reminder to value your worth. That if you want the higher clientele, don't be afraid to charge those prices. If you feel you need to increase your prices, do it. Because you, how I said, you are someone that you give it your all. You don't just sell another subscription box. You don't just have another YouTube channel. You engage with your audience. You make sure that they're heard or that they feel heard. You're responsive and meticulous with the details of your product or service. And I get a sense here that you also have the experience. You're not new at this. So value your worth. And in addition to that, with how it's talking about your past clients, maybe that is actually something you could do. If you have a mailing list or you have referrals or repeat clients that perhaps because of the stagnancy you hadn't contacted in a while, well, now it's time to contact them again. In fact, if this is you, and that you picked this pile and you'd like to know what else this part of the book says, comment it down below and let's connect on Instagram so that I could send you screenshots of these couple pages here for you. So that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, comment down below that you picked this pile and what you're excited or not excited about hearing. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe since I'm still a YouTuber and every engagement counts to expose my channel to others that need a little encouragement in their lives. And I hope you turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my videos every time I post. Thank you for watching. Hey there, group 3. This reading is for you if you chose the Cat Tarot deck. And now we're going to be looking into what you can expect in your entrepreneurship journey this autumn season. Whether that means that you have your own store or online business, or you're an influencer, freelancer, artist, anything like that. And in addition to getting you those details of what you can expect, we'll also get you some advice from Oracle and from this book, How to Master the Art of Selling. All right, so let's see what you can expect. All right, so you got here for the beginning of autumn, the Empress reversed along with the cards here, the Sun and Two of Pentacles, the Sun being reversed. So the Empress card is one of nurturing yourself and your business. See, the Empress knows how to balance work and self-care, how to value her future and herself. But with it being reversed, I get a feeling here that something is feeling a little bit disheartening for you, since she also has the heart shield here. So that could be how your business isn't thriving, or you feel a little bit lost with your choices, since Two of Pentacles is one of being indecisive or multitasking, doing all sorts of things that can get a little bit overwhelming, a little bit confusing. I mean, look at her here. She has a baby with a bear's butt and a bear with a baby's butt. So it's kind of like you're working on these things, but then they come out the wrong way. Everything's like here and there, and it's just not matching up. You envision your goals, and then that's not the way they turn out. So there's a lot of frustration here that I'm sensing. Perhaps wondering if you're on the right path, if entrepreneurship is really for you. Since you're trying all of these things, doing this, doing that, adding this, listening to that, and you haven't really gone far. So towards the middle of autumn, we have the cards here, 9 of Swords reversed, along with 3 of Cups and 8 of Pentacles also reversed. And with this 9 of Swords being reversed, this is a good card, but then the clarifiers can be a little bit contradicting here. We'll see. So what I get here, first of all, from the 9 of Swords is that whatever turmoil you're dealing with, you're going to put it to an end. Since the 9 of Swords is a card of frustration. Look at this cat. He has his claws out. That was you. That was you clawing at things, stressed. And so now that it's reversed, it's ending that energy. The way that I see you ending that energy so that you're able to get back to sleep, able to rest, able to relax from everything, all the stress, is by putting down your work. That's what I see here with the 8 of Pentacles. This is how you were. You were hustling. It wasn't working out. It was hurting you. Since you were really prioritizing your career over yourself, not taking care of your health, or your health was also an issue. And so working on this was hurting you. Like, since if you don't have the energy, but you force yourself to, then that is hurting yourself because you're not listening to your own body and your own intuition. So now you decide to put this down temporarily and perhaps even have some alone time because of how the 3 of Cups is reversed. This is one of being around your friends and celebrating, but with it being reversed, it's showing me that you're possibly looking at those events, the calendar, you're looking at your calendar and you're canceling things so that you can re-energize. Although for some of you, perhaps I also sense that you do distance yourself from friends as well. And to that, I say that perhaps you don't need to with all of them. It's not always smart to retreat completely because then we're in our own thoughts, circling around, not being able to receive positivity from others. Maybe you do tend to take breaks from work, from your entrepreneurship plans sometimes. Like, let's say you have an Instagram and then every now and then you take a break from that. That can be pretty good for you. That's good that you're doing that, but you don't need to distance yourself completely from your friends. And I actually completely understand how you're feeling here because I think I'm starting to feel it as well. Like, I'm feeling a little bit down, a little bit tired. And I've had those moments. I've had those lonely, kind of depressive, dark moments. So if you ever need to talk, I'd love to be there for you. But you don't want to stay stuck in that because it's not only disservicing you, it's also disservicing everyone around you. Like, the impact that you could have. Your ideas are important for the world. I'm actually kind of struggling doing your reading because I don't even want to talk anymore. So maybe that's something that happens with you where you just don't want to talk to anyone. Like how this Queen of Swords is reversed here. The Queen of Swords is someone that has gone through so much in her life and she has become pretty tough and cold-hearted perhaps, like a lot of walls up. But you can turn that energy to be empowering instead of negative, instead of this. Like now, the Queen of Swords, with the card being reversed, is too many walls, too much of solitude, too much of separating yourself from the 3D to where you're always in your head, not wanting to be on earth. So your soul is like pulling away from you. We want to turn this one right side up so that you can be in that royalty energy. Energy that is comfortable because at least you have the confidence to speak your values. And you'll have the strength and energy to strive for your dreams. Even if it's from the comfort of your own couch. The reason I'm saying we want to reverse this one from how it was to right side up is because of this faraway places card that we have here. See how it says, get ready for new horizons. What I get from this is that your advice is to actually go on a bit of a discovery mode. Perhaps go soul searching, especially during this time would be great actually. If you do isolate, at least don't just isolate into your dark room. Isolate and still go on little adventures. Go to the water or even decorate your space to where it looks like you're in a faraway place. Take strolls through your town. This could give you a sense of inspiration. Maybe that is something you've been wanting to do because then towards the end of autumn, we have here with the Queen of Swords, Three of Wands, and the High Priestess. So this one shows me that through your comfort here, through your rest, and perhaps even doing this exploration, you discover some new things that take you on a new path. See here, she's ready to go. The Three of Wands is kind of like you have the path with 2 wands, and now you've added a new path, the third here, going in another direction. So something sparks you through this middle of autumn so that by the end of autumn, you're ready to go again. And you're able to listen to your intuition clearly again, since the High Priestess is someone that listens to a higher source, trusts in the higher source, communicates to receive guidance, and receives those answers, those signs. So something might spark you by the end of autumn to want to get out of the darkness once again. And how I said, perhaps you're the type of person that will be in business and you're flowing, going with it, taking action, and then sometimes you want to retreat, and sometimes you go back and listen to your intuition, and sometimes you retreat. So during this time of action that you'll be feeling again, during that spark, give it your all. But without overdoing yourself, you don't want to get tired again. Like, this is good to listen to your body so that whenever these breaks happen, they don't last too long to where they get in the way of your business. Having 2 high highs and 2 low lows is just another cycle compared to being able to balance that on a daily basis so that it's constant like this, a smaller frequency rather than too high and low like this. There's a need here for flexibility. As I'm saying, this advice that I'm passing along, this is from these 2 cards, the Yang card reversed and the flexible card. So see, Yang is like, yeah, give it your all without overdoing yourself. Like, don't say yes to all of these opportunities that then you end up having to fail some of them, having to cancel some of them, or run yourself to the ground. You want to be flexible with your time, like not jamming it all in while you're in action mode, rather spreading it out throughout your calendar. So that if there are days where you have designated work, but you feel tired or something gets in your way, then you're able to still move out the work that you had in mind and still be on track. Because entrepreneurship successes don't always consist of big, impactful changes. They can also be those daily steps that you take, those little milestones towards the bigger one, the bigger picture. So now let's look into what advice we can pass along for you from the book, How to Master the Art of Selling. And now from these pages. Oh, interesting. Okay, so here it says work on procrastination. So it says, notice that I said work on it. You'll never overcome procrastination entirely because it's part of human nature to let a few things slide once in a while. And sometimes when it's used with care, procrastination is a useful tactic. Many things respond best to no treatment at all. And a lot of pesky challenges will disappear if we ignore them. Just know which are best to give your immediate attention to and which are best to let ride. So I hope that was helpful for you. Because also I recently learned that with procrastination, it often means that it's because we're not actually passionate about what we're doing. So that could be a sign that if you're not actually passionate and you're procrastinating, that's not something you want to include in your entrepreneurship plans. So that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, comment down below that you picked this pile and what you're excited or not excited about hearing. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe since I'm still a new YouTuber and every engagement counts to expose my channel to others that need a little encouragement in their lives. I hope you also turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my videos every time I post. Thank you for watching. Hey there, group 4. This reading is for you if you chose the Mystic Mondays Tarot deck. And now we're going to be looking into what you can expect in your entrepreneurship journey this autumn season. Whether that means you have a store or an online business or you're freelance, you're an artist, influencer, anything like that. And in addition to getting you all these details, we'll also be getting you some advice from Oracle and from the book, How to Master the Art of Selling. So let's see what we have for you. Alright, so you got here for the beginning of your autumn season. We have the Magician. And clarifying for the Magician, we have the Empress reversed and 7 of Cups. So first of all, with the Magician, that is a very empowering card. That means that you are creating, making things happen because you are a resourceful person. And so you're able to get connections from the right places. You're able to find the suppliers that you need. You're smart with your money, smart with marketing, or at least you're educating yourself. And so you're able to make things happen along with being a very blessed manifester that really attracts everything you need your way. But to clarify that, it looks like perhaps there's something you're not paying attention to, because the Empress is someone that is able to balance how much attention she gives to what she cares for, which in these terms would be your business, but also takes care of herself. She values herself, her worth, but also take care of herself because she knows herself and she has faith in things working out accordingly without needing to overdo herself. So because it's reversed, I sense here that yes, you're a powerful manifester, but maybe you don't actually believe it, or like you don't believe in luck, you don't believe in faith, you feel like you have to have your hands on everything. And so because of this, perhaps there could be a little bit of a block in your dreams. If you were to just let go just a little bit, you would be able to see things move even quicker. And if you were to take care of yourself, you would have the energy to find even better answers whenever there are obstacles in your way. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, then you could lose a bit of clarity, a bit of awareness over all of the options, which one is the best. So it does show me that you can have your hands on so many different things and you might need to drop some of them, whether that's in your business or in multiple businesses, because you tend to have your eye on the bigger prize and you want it now instead of strategizing over the long term. So for the beginning of autumn, it looks like there's a lot happening, but at the same time, not exactly what you envisioned because of this bit of a chaotic, scattered energy. Then towards the middle of autumn, we have the card here, 5 of Cups. And that one is clarified by the 9 of Wands. Oops, let me show you here. So 9 of Wands and 2 of Cups reversed. And I feel like this energy is kind of continuing because the 5 of Cups is one of seeing the cups that have fallen, because in the traditional image, it does have a person that is pretty sad and they're focusing on the 2 spilled cups rather than the 3 that are still standing. So I get a feeling here that you're looking at the cup half empty rather than half full. Like how I said, there's so much happening, but not the way you envisioned. Kind of like going in the hamster wheel, but you're not out of the hamster wheel. It's not moving forward. It's just going in a circle. And so you're thinking to yourself, I'm doing so much. Why is there no movement forward? So either things aren't going well in your mind, or if it's not just in your mind and it is actually perhaps conflicts in the business, then I sense that there seems to be a lack of respect between you and the people you're working with because of a lack in balance. Like if you have such high standards, high expectations over yourself, but then you also have those over others, and you're not communicating with them, checking in on how much they can actually do, then this causes stress, not only for you, but for everyone around you. At this point, communication is definitely key to be able to figure out what everyone really wants and what they need and what everyone expects, what you expect, what others expect. Is going to be the turnout, for example, of a project. There needs to be an understanding between everyone's capabilities and what they can bring to the table and being heard. Because the way to gain respect and patience and really be a great leader with a great team is to connect on a deeper level and really get to know each other. Not just like pieces of a factory chain. Thinking this way could really change the workplace and how you feel about the people you're working with and how they feel about you too. So let's get rid of this unnecessary stress, where even your health could be reaching a level of concern. And this 9 of Wands. This one gives me the feeling of a burnout, like how you have, see here we have 7 of the genie lamps, and then here we have 9 skulls. So it's showing how you have your hands on so many different responsibilities that perhaps aren't your greatest benefit. For others of you, perhaps you're actually choosing work over your family, your friendships, your love for someone else romantically or for yourself. And so you need to ask yourself, why are you doing this? What is your reasoning? Perhaps some of you do decide to leave something that isn't benefiting you. One of those options you had, that's why the 2 of Cups could be reversed here. It shows that perhaps you do leave one thing to make room for whatever the other ones that are more important to you, which in turn is really great for you because then by the end of autumn, we have here the King of Wands. This is an empowering card to have. This is someone with a big heart. Maybe that is actually your why, and subconsciously you might not know it. But so this one, I see him like a superhero. And superheroes have big hearts. They want to help the world, right? They want to fight for justice. So you have this energy and maybe it's just, you're not seeing it. Like see how he's looking away from his wand? So you're not seeing that heart that you have, that purpose that really makes things worthwhile. Or at least you haven't been seeing that spark. But perhaps by the end of autumn, you do. And so how I said, this is an empowering card to have because it's the King. This means now you're making major strides forward towards something you're truly passionate about. You're on top of your game, able to check off your goals, especially when it's clarified by the Star. And having the 6 of Swords reversed here actually talks about how maybe you were wanting to leave someplace. Shows that perhaps any long distance work that you had is now being put down. Like it's no longer needed for you to be moving from place to place, traveling all the time. Now you get to relax. You get to go home and achieve those goals in a way that serves you and your health and your future. Here in that card, in both of these cards, we have that spark and you're looking at it here. From here, you're not looking at it. Here you are. Maybe you're realizing you don't have to search far to find out what you're truly passionate about and what you truly want your business to be. You can still have those long distance connections from your home. And when you finally get to rest, now you're also able to heal because the Star is also one of cleansing the negative energies, or at least cleansing any energies that weren't serving you. Striving for a new goal. That's the essence that I feel here. And see how I said about cleansing here, the Star with the Star card? You also have rejuvenating rain. This is also showing here the Star energy. That's actually how the card looks in the traditional tarot. It's often a girl like this that has like a hand or a foot in the water. So here it's emphasizing how needed it is for you to choose yourself and to allow yourself time to rest, time to explore, since overworking is not something to be proud of. It's not valiant to sacrifice your well-being for money. Plus, it might just be a distraction from what you truly want or from what you truly feel. And along with this advice card, you also have the advice card exchanging gifts in reverse. So this one, I take it as like, what are you giving your time to that isn't a part of your future? The future you truly envision. Do you envision yourself continuing to work the rest of your life just for the sake of money, of having money and more money without actually contributing anything to the world or to your happiness? Because money isn't what makes you happy. It's how you spend that money that makes you happy. And not just in spending on your own, on material things either, because what's the point of having them if like you don't have friends to share them with? So that could be a message for some of you, whereas for others, it could be about like, how are you contributing the money that you are making? Your guides, your angels would ask you to really think about that. Who can you help? Especially when you could be someone that is very successful already. If you've been trying to find a purpose, that's where you can start. Who can you help? Whether that be animals, the environment, or people. Alright, so now let's get you your final message here from the book, How to Master the Art of Selling. So what advice could benefit you in your entrepreneurship journey? Alright, we got this page, and now let's see here what part of this page. Okay. So we have this paragraph which starts here. Here's how to avoid the possibility of this happening. And so I think what they're talking about is the prospects are startled and embarrassed because they weren't ready for that kind of attention. So this says the non-referred situation. Actually, okay, let me start from here. A couple walks into your store or display area. You don't know their names. At this stage, it's just plain pushy to ask. All chance of building the necessary relaxed feeling is often lost in the first moments by over-anxious salespeople who stick out their hands, introduce themselves, and ask people for their names. The prospects are startled and embarrassed because they weren't ready for that kind of attention. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is the introduction. And here, now it's saying how to avoid the possibility of this happening. A couple walks in, you don't know their names and have no reason to believe that they want to make your acquaintance. When you walk toward them, stop several feet away to avoid invading their space and say something along these lines. So here, if you'd like to take a screenshot of this, let me zoom in so you could keep these in your file, like for practicing what to say. These are some examples of what to say. And perhaps this is something you need to study, is how to engage with new buyers, new prospects, without assuming that they want to know you and without assuming that they're there to buy something. Because oftentimes people are just walking in with curiosity. And you don't want to appear desperate, right? That's kind of what I get from that. Or to scare them away, like I said, if they didn't even want the attention. Alright, so that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, comment down below that you picked this pile and what you're excited or not excited about hearing. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, since I'm still a new YouTuber and every engagement counts, to expose my channel to others that need a little encouragement in their lives. And I hope you also turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my videos every time I post. Thank you for watching.